Motivation is the driving force behind every action, every decision, and every achievement in life. It's what pushes us to get out of bed early, work through challenges, and pursue our dreams with determination. But motivation isn't a constant state, it ebbs and flows, sometimes fading when we need it most. Yet, whether we're feeling energized or stuck in a slump, understanding the nature of motivation and learning how to cultivate it can change the course of our lives. What is motivation? At its core, motivation is the internal or external stimulus that prompts us to take action. It can be fueled by a desire to achieve something, avoid discomfort, or meet a specific need. Some experts divide motivation into two primary categories: intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation is the drive to do something because it's inherently enjoyable or fulfilling. For instance, you might work out because you love the feeling of strength and health it brings, not because you're trying to impress someone or achieve a particular physical appearance. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, comes from external rewards or pressures, such as the desire for recognition, praise, or the avoidance of consequences. Many people start working out because they want to look better, fit into their favorite clothes, or get compliments on their physical appearance. While both types of motivation can be powerful, intrinsic motivation tends to be more sustainable over the long term. When you find enjoyment or purpose in your actions, motivation becomes less about external validation and more about internal satisfaction. The science behind motivation is deeply rooted in our brain's reward system. When we accomplish a goal, no matter how small, our brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This feeling of accomplishment encourages us to keep going and repeat the behavior. However, when motivation is tied only to external rewards or when the rewards are delayed, we can lose steam. This is why people often struggle with long-term goals, like getting fit or writing a book. They can't see the immediate results that would trigger the brain's reward system. This is where consistency and habit formation come into play. Why do we lose motivation? It's normal for motivation to fluctuate, and losing it from time to time is a part of the human experience. There are many reasons why motivation can dwindle or disappear altogether. Lack of clear goals. Motivation thrives when we know exactly what we're working towards. Without a clear sense of direction, it's easy to lose focus and feel aimless. Setting specific, measurable, and achievable goals helps maintain motivation because you can track your progress and celebrate small victories along the way. Fear of failure. One of the biggest demotivators is the fear of failure. When the stakes feel too high or you believe failure is inevitable, it's tempting to not even try. The fear of not succeeding can paralyze us and make us feel like giving up is the easier option. Overwhelming tasks. When the task at hand seems too big or too complex, we can easily feel overwhelmed. This overwhelming feeling often leads to procrastination, which in turn kills motivation. Breaking large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps can make them feel less daunting and allow you to build momentum. Lack of progress. When results are slow to appear, it's easy to lose motivation. Whether you're trying to get fitter, learn a new skill, or build a business, progress may not be as immediate as we hope. In these moments, it's important to remind ourselves that small, incremental progress is still progress. Often, we overestimate what we can achieve in a short time but underestimate what we can accomplish in the long run. Burnout. Working too hard without adequate rest or balance can lead to burnout. If your motivation has drained to the point where you feel exhausted, stressed, or unproductive, it's time to take a step back and recharge. Burnout is a sure way to lose motivation entirely. Strategies to stay motivated. While motivation can sometimes feel elusive, there are numerous strategies to help you maintain or reignite your drive. Here are some effective techniques to stay motivated and keep pushing forward, no matter the challenge. Set clear, achievable goals. Setting specific goals gives you something to aim for and helps break down the overwhelming task into manageable steps. For instance, instead of setting a vague goal like, "I want to get fit," set a specific goal such as, "I want to work out for 30 minutes every day for the next month." This way, you'll have a clear target, and each small accomplishment will provide a sense of progress and reward. Create a routine and build habits. The more you make an activity part of your routine, the less you'll need to rely on motivation alone. Habits are a powerful tool because they turn actions into automatic behaviors, meaning you'll do them even when motivation wanes. Start small. Commit to doing a simple task, like 5 minutes of stretching or a 10-minute walk, and slowly build up over time. Celebrate small wins. Recognizing even the smallest progress can help you stay motivated. Every step forward is a victory, whether it's sticking to your workout routine for a week, writing 500 words of a novel, or cooking a healthy meal. Acknowledging these small wins reinforces the behavior and encourages you to keep going. This sense of accomplishment helps stimulate that dopamine release, which drives further motivation. Visualize your success. Visualization is a powerful technique used by athletes, entrepreneurs, and successful individuals across all fields. Taking a few moments each day to vividly imagine reaching your goal can boost motivation and create a sense of excitement about the process. Picture yourself achieving success, whether it's running a 5K, landing a new job, or finishing a project. This mental imagery helps to anchor your motivation and create a deeper emotional connection to your goal. Surround yourself with support. Whether it's friends, family, or a community of like-minded individuals, having a support system can greatly enhance your motivation. Share your goals with others who can encourage you and keep you accountable. This external support not only boosts morale but also provides a sense of connection and shared purpose. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Often, we place too much emphasis on the end result, but motivation tends to lag when the end is far off. Instead of obsessing over the final outcome, try to find joy in the process itself. Whether it's exercising, learning a new skill, or working on a passion project, try to fall in love with the journey. When you enjoy the steps it takes to get to your goal, motivation becomes intrinsic and sustainable. Get inspired by others. Inspiration is a key motivator. Reading about people who've overcome obstacles and achieved greatness can help reignite your own passion. Whether it's through books, podcasts, documentaries, or social media, consuming content that inspires you can give you that extra push. Similarly, find people who are on similar paths and connect with them for mutual encouragement. Practice self-compassion. Sometimes, motivation fades because we're too hard on ourselves. We can get frustrated or discouraged if we don't see immediate results or if we slip up. Practicing self-compassion means being gentle with yourself when things don't go according to plan. Accept that setbacks are a natural part of any journey, and instead of beating yourself up, acknowledge that you're human and capable of picking up right where you left off. Mix things up. Monotony can drain motivation. If you're doing the same thing over and over, it can feel tedious and uninspiring. Mix up your routine by trying new things, exploring different activities, or setting new challenges for yourself. This variety keeps things fresh and exciting, reigniting your passion and making it easier to stay motivated. Motivation is a journey, not a destination. Ultimately, motivation isn't something that comes once and stays forever. It's a dynamic force, sometimes strong, sometimes faint, but always present if you know how to nurture it. Remember that motivation is often the fuel that starts your engine, but discipline is what keeps you going when motivation dips. Building habits, setting clear goals, finding joy in the process, and surrounding yourself with supportive people are all ways to maintain a steady supply of motivation. Whether you're starting a new fitness regimen, pursuing a career goal, or striving to improve yourself in any area of life, motivation is key to success. Embrace the highs, learn from the lows, and above all, keep pushing forward. Your dreams and goals are within reach, and with a little motivation and persistence, you will achieve them. Motivation is the invisible force that propels us forward in our lives, driving us to pursue goals, tackle challenges, and ultimately become the best versions of ourselves. It's the fuel that ignites our ambitions and helps us navigate the often rocky road to success. However, as we all know, motivation can be fleeting. It can surge when we're excited about something new but quickly diminish when obstacles arise or the excitement wanes. Understanding this dynamic nature of motivation is essential because it allows us to develop strategies to maintain and rekindle it when necessary. Throughout this exploration of motivation, we've seen that it is not a single, fixed entity. Motivation is both intrinsic rooted in personal fulfillment, and extrinsic driven by external rewards or recognition. While both types of motivation are powerful in their own right, intrinsic motivation tends to be more sustainable because it comes from within and aligns with our deeper values and passions. It's the motivation that is fueled by the joy of the process itself rather than the expectation of a reward. When we find intrinsic motivation, the journey becomes as fulfilling as the destination, and our efforts feel less like work and more like purpose-driven action. Yet, we also recognize that motivation is not a constant companion. There will be days when we wake up feeling energized and ready to conquer the world, and there will be days when we struggle to get out of bed. This fluctuation is natural. What's important is how we respond to these fluctuations. When motivation fades, it's easy to feel discouraged, but rather than succumbing to inertia, we can use this time to reflect on our goals, reconnect with our why, and employ strategies to reignite our drive. Setting clear, achievable goals, cultivating daily habits, and celebrating small victories are just a few ways to keep momentum going, even when motivation is low. One of the most significant insights about motivation is that it is often the result of consistent action not just initial enthusiasm. The key to staying motivated is to build habits that allow us to keep moving forward even when our enthusiasm wanes. Small, consistent actions, compounded over time, lead to significant progress. When you make progress a part of your daily routine, motivation becomes less about waiting for that spark of inspiration and more about the commitment to the process. Over time, these actions become habits, and habits are the bedrock of lasting change. It's also essential to remember that setbacks and obstacles are an inevitable part of any journey, and they don't mean that motivation has disappeared or that you've failed. In fact, these challenges often provide the most valuable learning experiences. The key is to approach obstacles with a mindset of resilience understanding that failure is not a reflection of your ability, but rather a stepping stone toward greater growth. Each setback is an opportunity to reflect, adjust your approach, and continue moving forward with greater wisdom and strength. Another critical aspect of maintaining motivation is to surround yourself with positive influences. Whether it's a supportive community, friends, mentors, or simply immersing yourself in content that inspires you, having people and resources around you that reinforce your drive can make all the difference. Motivation can be contagious, and sometimes, a word of encouragement or a shared goal with others can give you the boost you need when your own energy is flagging. Communities, whether online or in person, provide a sense of accountability, and knowing that others are rooting for your success can be incredibly motivating. Finally, it's important to acknowledge that motivation is a personal journey and what works for one person may not work for another. Everyone is unique, and so are the things that drive us. Understanding your own triggers, what gets you excited, what drains your energy, and what gives you a sense of fulfillment, can help you tailor your motivational strategies to your specific needs. This self-awareness is an important step in mastering your own motivation. When you truly understand yourself and what inspires you, you can create an environment and routine that fosters sustained motivation. At the end of the day, motivation is not just about achieving a specific goal or reaching a particular milestone. It's about embodying the mindset that growth is always possible. It's about realizing that every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the person you want to become. Whether you're striving to improve your physical health, build a career, develop new skills, or simply lead a more fulfilling life, motivation is the engine that drives you forward. But it's also important to remember that motivation alone is not enough. Discipline, patience, and resilience play crucial roles in ensuring that your actions align with your aspirations. So, when motivation feels fleeting, don't despair. Instead, remind yourself that motivation is not a constant state, but rather something you can cultivate through consistent effort, a positive environment, and a sense of purpose. When you stay committed to your goals, practice self-compassion during setbacks, and keep moving forward, even when the motivation isn't at its peak, you will eventually reach the place you've been working toward. The journey might not always be easy, but it will be worth it. In the end, motivation is more than just a temporary feeling, it's the driving force behind the life you want to create. Stay connected to your why, keep pushing forward, and remember that every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you envision. Through commitment, consistency, and resilience, motivation will not only get you started but will also help you sustain your efforts until you reach your fullest potential.